Hi, Banana Tea. That's a good name. That's a quality name. Oh. Let's get this. Oh, okay, no, the autofocus is working. It's just not. It's just crap. So the plan for today is to take this mag, which, by the way, works, and that dart doesn't work though. To take this mag, which works, and make it also work with drum springs, so constant force springs. So these are available from foamblastshop.com for, I think, like $2 a piece, and it will end up needing a very slight modification to work, but that's just like a little bit of a snip across here. So I think that should work. So I'm actually going to start by taking the screws out of the bottom. Now the first prototype does have some issues, so I've printed a couple different followers, and this one actually works very nicely, but the problem is it doesn't go high enough. So that's what I aimed to fix with this one, which is currently installed. It's a little taller. But I'm having issues with, thanks, Catherine. I'm having issues with the tolerances on it, so I might actually pull in the sides and try and give it a little more wiggle room. Oh! Pro tip, don't do that. I don't even know what I did wrong there. I haven't processed it yet. Oh, right. Take the darts out of the mag before you try and empty the... or before you try and pull the spring out of the bottom. Yep. They are compatible. I didn't want to go with a proprietary system. I want people to be able to swap between, like if they want to use a loadout that's half Vorpal mags, half katanas, I want them to be able to do that. I don't want to restrict people in that regard. Yeah, this one is feeding fine, but there's a point in the middle where the tolerance is just too tight, and so it kind of loses its shit. Why the name Vorpal? It was actually suggested by somebody on the stream who can identify themselves if they would so choose, but I'm not going to do it for them. Yes, my name is Alice, and it's a Lewis Carroll reference. Okay, so there is the follower as it is, like the most recent version of the follower. So it pops up high enough that the top... I know that's loaded in backwards, I don't care. It's... the top dart is... so you can... wow, focus, you fuck. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that is pretty tightly in there. Now, again, I don't know why this one's getting stuck in the middle. The tolerances are the same as on the other one. Oh! Fuck, I dropped it. fucking gone. I don't know where it went. But this one, I don't know if you can hear that, but it just moves freely in there. So I'm gonna have to get some measurements between the two and see what's wrong on the updated version, and then fix that. So, but we can find the spring. The previous version, it feeds quite nicely. However, like the entire thing feeds really well. But the only problem is that when you get to the top dart, it doesn't push the dart up high enough. So it's just kind of rattling around in there and it falls out. So I made the taller pusher. Oh, hello. I'm trying not to be mad about that, kitten. I know you're just doing it to troll me. I have, since posting this on Reddit, had probably close to 12 people ask me where I'm getting the springs, and I have answered it every single time. And apparently that's not good enough. Alright, let's see if this just works off the bat. I really doubt it, but it's worth a try. So, hook that up and... Remember when I said it was worth a try? It was worth a try. So I'm currently holding the drum spring in place. But that's it working off of the drum spring. I actually might... Like, I'm feeling the action on this, and I think I might like it more than the, I hate to say it, but I think I like using the drum spring more. It gives a smoother... I think the drum spring is better. I did not see that coming. I genuinely did not see that coming. That's awesome. It really is. It's constant force, obviously, because it's a constant force spring, but I'm gonna load this all the way up and hope that I don't slip with this, oh, that dart is missing its head. See, I like worker darts, but I just wish they were glued better, has said everyone ever about glue darts. Or about worker darts. Words, what are they? I don't know. No, that's still feeling good. Catherine, don't say it. If these end up being better than normal mag springs, then that means that this entire project just got way nicer. Because that would mean that we wouldn't have to worry about ordering custom mag springs. We could just use these drum springs, which already exist and are super neat. And that means you actually have less required room at the bottom of the magazine, I think. I am actually going to go get my box of worker darts. Oh, there's another one on the floor there. Oh, there's two on the floor. This actually might do it. Why do you drink so much milk? Because I have a thing, it's called like aquagenic something or other, but basically it loosely translates to a water allergy. Like it's not actually like an allergic reaction, but it's something to that effect. And it means I can't drink water. And I could drink pop or soda, depending on where you're from, all day. But it has a lot of sugar, and it's not super great for you. Not that I eat super healthy anyway, but... So I need something to drink that isn't... I need something relatively healthy to drink that isn't water. I mean, it's not like super serious, it's just, it works for me, given my particularly odd set of circumstances. Okay, so this 15 round mag, with this drum spring in it, now it's the wrong follower. So I'm gonna have to fix that. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 darts. Okay, I can deal with that. I thought it was going to be more than that, but I'm not mad about it. Yeah, coffee, I mean, one, isn't that healthy, really, but, more importantly, the caffeine in it, it gives me a lot of issues. Like the, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna find that follower and then try that again with the more correct follower. And then we're just gonna test out how the feeding is between the two of them. Where the shit did that thing go? Come on. Gotta be fucking me. Did it just vanish? Read your message, damn it, you're drowning. You should probably take care of that. Like, that seems like it is of higher priority than watching my live stream. Hi. Wow, that is obnoxious to say. Not that I'm mad about it, it's funny, but... Oh, is that it? Nope, fucking muffin wrapper. Jesus, I need to clean out under my desk. Thank you kindly. Yeah, I like it as well. And it's all royalty free, which is, I mean, obviously an important thing to look for when you're making YouTube content. Okay, what the actual fuck? This follower took like an hour to print and I lost it. Yeah, for some reason this follower took an hour to print. I have no— whoa! Almost tipped my chair. I can think of no logical reason that it took that long, but here we are. Ugh. Seriously. I'm kind of mad about this. Like, I don't even know where it could have gone. Maybe it, like, bounced off the, like, bottom of my chair and went flying. Okay. I'm just gonna... I found it, if that was not obvious. So let's try this again with the, remember when you ran out of milk in the middle of a stream? Okay. Hello, Edgar. Yeah, that was like, what, 2 streams ago or something? I was heartbroken. Alright. So if we ignore the awkward chunk of metal there, which is difficult to do, I will be the first to admit. I don't know, guys. This feels pretty responsive. Hey, Trico. How am I doing today? Jammed up. It's because the tolerances are not— ow! That hurt! The tolerances aren't as good on this one for some reason, so I need to figure out why that is. I ask the follower politely if he's got some... Lol. So I'm not sure whether... I mean, I'm going to reprint this follower, but I'm not sure whether to reprint the follower right now. Ow! I'm not sure whether to reprint the follower right now or whether to, or whether to just sand it down, try and make it work. If I was just only making one of these ever, I would definitely just sand it, because that would be easier, less time consuming. But I think because I'm not only making more for myself, but also more for, you know, so I can launch them to the community, I think I'm going to have to reprint it and make sure it works properly. I have printed 3 followers thus far. It's actually the part that I'm having the most problem with. Okay, I think that was a print done. So I am going to go pull that off the bed. So, here is the 18 next to the 15. Sure looks like an 18 instead of a 15. I've just hit print on the next part of that. Alrighty. Gimme. Yep. Honestly, I'm just really excited for when I get to do the 30 round. Like, that's gonna be stupid and amazing. And also I get to laugh at Ari. Because he told me to do it as a joke, and I'm gonna do it as a real thing, and then I'm gonna use it in a Naptown war. I'm gonna go to a Naptown war just specifically so that I can use 30 round Vorpal mags. Just laugh at him. Yeah, so 3 different followers. So this is the first one, and it's actually the one that works the best. So it's got these guide pieces that go all the way up to the top. And then I realized that the guide pieces couldn't go all the way up to the top because it needs to push the darts up higher. Like, it basically needs to push this platform into the middle of the mag, of the circle on the mag. So I tried doing this and making them, like, smaller. But that didn't really work that well because they kind of did this. And then this one is the right height, but it seems as though the tolerances are a little off. I couldn't tell you why. I'm gonna double check all the measurements here. Because I know this one works just flawlessly, so. This one is 13.3. This one is, it's also 13.3. So I'm wondering where that dragging is coming from. 17.15 across the like follower section, and it's 17 here. So I'm confused. Yeah, I'm really confused. This is 40.35. This is 40.3. I'm kind of lost here. I'm not sure why this one is sticking and the other one is not at all. Like it seems like these measurements are identical, and they should be identical. But this one, right? No issue. But this one gets caught in the middle. For honestly no reason I can tell. Like, I can't even see where it's getting caught. Like, I can't see where it's actually contacting the mag. Really, really odd. Because these parts are almost identical. But this one slides through like it's nothing, and this one catches in the middle. Dropping it in upside down. What the fuck? I got nothing. It just started working. It's not perfect, but... The fuck? Yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah. So, now the question is, what is causing that? 'Cause I don't have any fucking clue. And how can I prevent it? Yeah. Yeah, because when I flipped it upside down, like I put it in backwards, it seemed to work fine. And it works exactly the same as if I run it in this way. But for some reason, flipping it around this way is causing issues, which means there has to be an inconsistency in the print of the mag. I mean, if it works, I'll take it. But I should probably loosen up those tolerances so other people don't have this issue. Alright, let's clip the normal spring in. Will spring tension solve the problem? Yes. But you need enough of it, right? Like, I mean, spring tension will solve any problem. I mean... yeah, pretty much any problem can be solved by spring tension, but... you just need enough. And in this case, it was not enough. But... that looks like it might be. Now, one of the problems with the initial one, like this one here, is actually that I made the screws a little too loose, so I can actually just kind of shove them in, and they lock in, but they're just more like pins. I want to see a Vorpal mag about the height of Alice, and then watch her use it. Yeah, I am going to make a mag, like, just in case you guys were wondering. I'm going to make a Vorpal mag as large as it can possibly go. Like, I'm going to use this drum spring, and just see how big I can have it and still have it functional. There's no way I can say that sentence without Catherine saying something about it. I'm going to have an aneurysm if people keep asking me where these springs come from. I don't know how many times I have answered this question. But it's... you're fucking funny, Catherine. I think you're so goddamn hilarious. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Technically, I could probably get a 16 in there, but in the same way that you can get 19 darts into Hasbro mags, but then they feed wrong. Okay, so that is the fixed pusher. And it looks like it's feeding nicely. I should really go check on that print and make sure that it's not destroying the bed or failing to print or... There we go, that's a 15 round Vorpal mag. Done. I will do that. Ow. People are always like, oh, hashtag Nerf life, but in reality, Nerf life is stepping on small bits of plastic in the carpet and having it feel like worse than stepping on a Lego. Yep, there it is. So, compared to a katana, they don't exactly sound like precision machined pieces of equipment, but I don't know which one sounds better, if I'm being honest. But difference is here, if I put any pressure on the mag, it jams up. And here, now admittedly I don't have that cool feature where you can push down the follower for no apparent reason. But I'm putting more pressure. Okay, if I don't know if you guys can see my hand shaking, but I've managed to stop the pusher, but I'm putting so much force on it that my hand is starting to hurt. Yeah, and if I let off even a little bit, it just pops back out. Oh, I managed to get it to stay. Oh, nope. No. It's really, really hard. And Catherine's gonna say something about that. God damn it, I can't even speak. What material is used? This is PLA. And I'll show you something interesting, actually. So I was pretty stoked when I realized this. So I'll just show it off right now. This is my long shot. It's a work in progress. It's actually broken right now. But it's got a brass breech in it. So one of the most important things about a magazine designed like this is that it should be able to pop over the brass breech. Because you always want to insert your mag while the breech is closed. Because otherwise you can risk damaging the breech. So, no problem. In fact, it is so easy to do that this long shot with a stock breech, can you see that back there? The way I designed the tabs and the way they're printed, this can actually withstand quite easily being inserted over a closed stock breech, which most Hasbro mags can't handle. I'm pretty fucking proud of that. Oh yeah, and the breech does work as a mag catch, but the problem is then as soon as you... Well, I just dropped it, and I'm not worried about it. I jump on at that brass breech long shot. You have my attention. OC Nerf. That brass breech long shot is actually a custom brass breech. It's never been done before. So I'm gonna try and perfect this, and then I'll make a video on it. But it's broken right now because it requires some design work. But that's the only spoiler I'll give you is trying to prime back on it and then watch that. Yeah, it's weird. It does weird stuff, but it works really, really well. The air seal is 100% obviously because it's brass on brass. Yeah, I mean, I'm not I'm really not worried about it. It honestly feels stronger and more durable than a katana, and it's printed in PLA. Like, this is whatever. Like, it's like, ultimately I would recommend printing these in something like PETG, but I just did I just did PLA because I don't have any PETG. But I mean, if you look at this katana, if I squeeze it, can you see the mag walls popping out? Like, can you see that right there? Like, it, and when you do this, it twists and flexes and it kind of comes apart, right? This doesn't. It doesn't budge. It's stronger. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I designed this hoping that I could make it as strong. Like, I made a bunch of improvements to it over this, hoping that even though it was 3D printed, it might compensate for the fact that it was 3D printed and this was injection molded, and I would have something that was the same strength, but it's stronger. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I feel more confident tossing this across a room than I would tossing this across a room. Just completely, genuinely. Throw it at a wall. Okay, the problem with that is that I'm renting here, and if it hits with one of these corners and dents the wall, then we're gonna be in trouble. How much do you think it will cost to make one of these? I won't be manufacturing these. If somebody else wants to manufacture them and get in contact with me and give me a royalty, then cool. But I have no plans to manufacture these. However, the bill of materials, if you're using a spring, like a sprung mag, with a spring like this one is currently set up with, as opposed to a drum spring, it will cost you, like, the bill of materials is the printed parts, which a lot of people would consider free. I don't, but a lot of people would. Then 4 screws and the spring. That's it. You just need 4 screws, the spring, and the printed parts. You're done. I guess glue. Sandpaper if you want to make it look nice. If you're doing the drum version, like the drum spring version, these drum springs are a lot easier to get a hold of, but the only thing is the bill of materials is going to be slightly, like, it has one more item. So rather than the compression spring, you've got the constant force spring, and then again, it's the same 4 screws, but you're also going to need a nail, like a nail. And that is going to act as a pivot for this drum spring to rotate around. Also, Nathan, I read your message and I appreciate that. That's generous. Could you origami fold laser cut PLA to make a mag? Yeah, I mean, if you're just making a box, it doesn't really matter. You can make it out of any sheet material you want. The only thing is if you want it to be compatible with the existing systems. Focus, you fuck. It's just not doing it. If you want it to be compatible with the existing systems, it's got bevels on all 4 here. Seriously, this thing is... it's fucking strong. Like, This is cool. I like this. I was actually talking to Bradley Phillips last night. Your Ave power is weak. I'm glad somebody else got that reference. I was talking to Bradley Phillips last night, and he was asking if they were stronger. And I thought about it. Like, I thought about it a bunch. But... And actually, this is kind of actually important, and I have been thinking about this for a while. But I realized that I would genuinely rather have the 3D printed, the 3D printed Vorpal. For some reason my brain was giving me voxel, which is volumetric pixel. 3D printed Vorpal. I would rather have a 3D printed Vorpal over an injection molded katana. I'm not even kidding you. Like, it's that much better. I'm talking myself up. I really hope that other people build them and are willing to put in the print time and the assembly time to do it right, because this is fucking rock solid. My print height for the mag was just 0.2. It's nothing ridiculous. So, yeah. I fucking love this song. Love that little, like, hop up at the end. Sorry. PLA or ABS or PETG or something else. It's PLA. Okay. So, what are we at right now? Oh. This is an 18. So, now we have to figure out how we, have I seen the memorial for the Antarctic dogs? I have not. Well, I mean, and it's printed, like, each of the pieces are printed flat on the bed, so each of the 4 sides of the mag are printed flat, and then it's assembled and glued. So layer height does not affect it on, it absolutely doesn't affect it on the front and back, and on the sides, it barely affects it. Do you have a source for the compression style spring? No, but it's looking like that's going to be a possibility in the near future. I've been talking with a couple different people about, that was a good one, Catherine. I've been talking to a couple different people about supplying these kind of springs, and there's enough interest that I'm pretty sure that somebody is gonna end up supplying them. My print quality on this one isn't actually that great. I'm just dialing in the new machines, so... Oh. Buff Daddy gave me this, and I didn't even notice. Look what he paid for it. This is a good damn deal. I don't know if you can see that. $1.99 for a Zombie Strike Longshot. Not bad. I'm not mad about that. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do, the first thing we're gonna do at least, is yeah, I like the Zombie Strike Longshot. Okay, so we want to isolate the left feed lip. I think that's right. Hold on. Unisolate. Nope, I lied to you. We want the right feed lip. Not that it actually matters, but... Kitten Claws is the fucking devil. Okay, so... I don't know how I want to do this. We're gonna figure it out together. Because learning and fun and sharing. What glue do you recommend for PLA? I've been using various epoxies and never really had much luck. I use CA glue. Medium, thick, and thin. Depending on what the situation is. And I have never had a problem with it. I've only had it fail when the joint is bad by design. That's the other thing too. If you are printing stuff that you intend to glue, you have to design it so that the glue joint is smart. You can't just say, okay, you know, here's an example, right? These feed lips would absolutely, without question, break off if I had simply cut them along here and then glued it like this. But I put this V in here, and that gives it not only more surface area, but it removes this pivot point, right? Because if you just glued it along here, then you would be breaking this glue joint along here. But when you put a V in there, the pivot point is not anywhere specific. It's just, you have to do a lot more work in order to break it. So, CA glue and plan your joints in a way that is smart. So, this is 5 millimeters wide. So, how wide should I make the slot for the mag spring? Realistically, 5.5 is about right, but that's going to give me an awful number, which I might just have to deal with. I mean, I could go out to 6, probably. Oh, Catherine. I think I can get away with going out to 6 millimeters. Or I could do 2.75. 2.75 times 2, so 5.5. Sorry. Words are bad. Wow, that's fucking awful. Why is it... What the fuck? Oh, it's off center because I'm a dumbass. Okay. So what did I say? 2.75. God, why are these numbers so fucking awful? I blame Jet Blaster. Is that fair? Yeah, that's fair. I can blame Jet Blaster. $2.75. I'm having a real hard time here, because, so all the measurements are kind of fucked up, because the diameter of this circle cut this area out in a way that left it slightly off. So I'm having some moderate compatibility, or moderate issues, because I need to maintain compatibility for their designs, which is the whole point of this. By the way, I have it on good authority that Jet does not care what I do. Which, you know, on one hand is like, wow, rude, but on the more important hand, it's not an issue. So to all those people who are being whiny piss babies and saying I'm stealing Jet's intellectual property or whatever, Jet doesn't care. I don't know if I'm happy with that. Hey, Jack. Well, on top of that, I mean, I have bitched about this so many times that I just feel like I'm making it a big deal by bitching about it, but it's just too funny not to laugh at. Well, the thing was, I was being told that I was infringing on their intellectual property by creating a magazine that would fit into their magwell. Their magwell that fits into Hasbro magwells. Anybody see the problem here? Bobo Lolo! Wait, hold on. I have something. It's Bobo. Alright. Bobo, you better be recording, because if you're not, you're gonna be mad. I got my hair caught in the fidget spinner. Well, I actually got my hair caught in the fidget spinner. There you go. We had that specifically in case Bobo showed up. I'm not even kidding you. Hey, Biggs. Never do that again, says Mr. Nathan. You're welcome. I literally only own this fidget spinner because I wanted to troll Bobo. I don't know if that's really trolling Bobo. It's kind of just appeasing him. Which really isn't something I should be doing, but that came out wrong. It came out worse than I intended. I'm torn. Oh, that's a rectangle, not a line. I now have Beret, Hawkeye, and Alice dabbing. Okay, I know what I want to do here. So we're working on a way to install the Foam Blast drum spring. So let's go. Yeah, let's go like that. And then let's measure the width of, oh god. You guys are ridiculous. So, the thickness here is approximately 1.5 mil. Maybe that's only 1 mil. This is a really difficult measurement to take. It's really hard to measure a spring because it changes shape. The hell was that? What the fuck? That wasn't... My computer just gave me a thing that was like, disconnected, reconnecting in 6 seconds. I don't... Yeah, it did... It wasn't... It was OBS. OBS just decided I was done streaming for now. I have no idea what that was about. Okay, so we're gonna go... We're gonna make this measurement 1.5. Just miss the button every fucking time. Alright. Kitten, you're having way too much fun with these PMs. It is unreasonable. God, I really wish Fusion would actually put these in fucking order. That's goddamn obnoxious. Nope. Moderately frustrating. No, no. Wow, I really suck at this. I need to get more sleep. That's not a curve, you dumbass! It's like, oh, offset it. You could not offset curves. It's like, was not a curve, but thanks anyway. Dick munch. Alright. Let's go down to, like, here-ish. So let's extend that line, and that one, and that one, and then trim these two. And then we're going to measure the distance from here to here. That's 0.5 millimeters. I actually think I want this to be 1 millimeter. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm doing it, Dracoon. Oh, no, fucker. There we go. Alrighty. No, what the fuck? Why is there a random point there? What the hell was that? That, I think, will do the trick. Nope. Okay. That will do the trick. Later, Trico. Thanks for stopping by. See, I'd really like to be able to screw these drum springs in, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Yeah. I can't think of a way to do that. Later, OC Nerf. I like your channel. Do good stuff. That might be it. That might be all we need to do here. I mean, I'm gonna change the appearance because it looks like garbage, but I don't know why that's in the middle of the screen, but okay. I guess. Alright. What part is this? So these are the feed lips. So if we unisolate. So these are what hold the mag down. Or like hold the darts down into the mag. And so if I isolate this again, the drum spring is gonna slot into here. You're gonna glue it the fuck in. And then glue over top of it this little block here. And then that should hold the drum spring in place solidly. And then the drum spring will nope, that didn't work. The drum spring will unroll all the way down to the bottom of that follower. Excuse me. You guys are ridiculous. god, I hope that's on the other monitor. Oh no! Oh no! Trico posted the image of me dabbing with a fidget spinner. Good shit. These mags are just going on Thingiverse, right? I don't know if they're going on Thingiverse specifically. I'm not a fan of Thingiverse. I might end up doing Thingiverse, but I'm kind of leaning towards My Mini Factory, just because it's just objectively a better website. I know a lot of people are going to be all booty bothered if I don't put it on Thingiverse, but there are so many better STL sharing websites out there. Thingiverse just happened to be the first. And I mean, it's run by MakerBot, which is just barely staying afloat right now, so it's entirely possible that when MakerBot goes under, and it will go under, just give it 3 years, I'd say, and MakerBot will be gone. I'm concerned that Thingiverse is going to go under too, which is a shame because it's got a lot of really, really good designs on it. Okay, so the feed lips are done there. So now we just need to design the follower thing. How thick did this spring end up being? I think it's like literally dead on 0.1 millimeters. It is. It might be 0.11. I'm getting between 0.11 and 0.1. I don't know if I trust my calipers that much. Hello, Add a Treat. I don't know how I feel. So grumble grumble. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. Rumble grumble. Okay, so we're gonna make a donut. Oh man, LimeWire. That shit I remember. We're gonna make a donut, which is a weird thing to say in a 3D modeling live stream. Just trying to decide how I want to make this donut. Really weird thing to say, I recognize. They look cast-friendly. Could this be a thing? Biggs, if you think that they would be cast-friendly, I trust your judgment on that. And if you would like to cast them, we can do that. I'm open to... Ow. I'm open to somebody selling these. again, I'm not doing this for that reason, but I'm open to it. So if that's something you want to do, then yeah. Yeah, I think that would be really awesome to see Biggs cast these. I think, well, I know he would do a really good job. Yeah, Biggs's casts are ridiculously gorgeous. I'm still humming and hawing about how I want to do this spring. Let's look at my sketches. I want to say 12? Oh, I totally fucking nailed it. I'm the fucking boss. That might be a little dramatic, but... Oh, jinkies, I'm tired. Yeah, glow in the dark. Somebody on Reddit suggested that they wanted to see they wanted to print these in glow in the dark filament. Yep. Sorry, I'm just completely blanking out. Yep. I don't know, I'm not sure here. I'd love to see a version of the mag with built-in rubber grips. That'd be cool. What advantages do half-length darts have over full lengths, and would 3/4 length darts carry any unique properties? So, half-length darts, for some reason that I am actually not certain about, if I'm being completely honest. I've heard a lot of theories. A lot of those theories sound dumb to me, but for some reason, half-length darts are more accurate. Don't know why, but they are. They're also easier to carry, right? Because, I mean, if you've got a full-length mag, here's a full-length 18. Here's a half-length 18. Actually, mine is going to be smaller than the Hasbro one. Like height-wise as well. Like, this is a half-length 18 next to a full-length 18. They're easier to carry, and more accurate. Smells like maple syrup. Yeah. So Edscar says 36 to 40 millimeter darts maintain accuracy at over 150 FPS, whereas full-length darts, even AccuFakes, will start to fishtail. Been using Accu cutdowns in my Caliburn, and it loves them. Interesting. I kind of thought that the AccuFake tips didn't work great out of the Caliburn. How does it smell like maple syrup? PLA is polylactic acid. It's corn-based, and it's basically polymerized sugar. So and then when you heat it up to print it, it sort of caramelizes. Not really, but it kind of smells like that sort of caramelly kind of deal. It doesn't actually caramelize, but it smells like it. And so it ends up smelling like maple syrup. Caliburn barrel. I have a Caliburn barrel. Actually, you can see it right there. That's my Caliburn. I haven't actually put darts in here yet. This mag is gonna be cool as fuck. I'm just really having a hard time deciding how I want to make this. Oh, hold on. I actually need to message Melissa. Because she can actually help me with this. So, I should be able to reconfigure this later, so I'm not really super worried about it. But this is a good song too. So, me and Melissa went out a while back on one of our Home Depot dates, which we make endless fun of each other for. We're like an old married couple. And, we got a bunch of nails, and she has all of them, but I'm gonna be designing this to use, like a steel finishing nail as a pin. Thank you very much, Ben Lamb. Thank you very much for what you do for the community, Ben. I know it may not seem like a lot, but I don't know how you get early access to NARF stuff, but good on you. Okay. So we're going to be designing a little platform to clip into that base area. Boo hiss, Catherine. I'm gonna get more milk. I'm really having trouble deciding how I want to do this. Like, it's not what I want to do. I have a perfect image of how, of like what I want in my head, but it's just how I want to go about modeling it that's causing me trouble. I need sugar. I'm gonna have a muffin. A muffin, which really is basically just a cupcake. They call them muffins, but that's only to make you feel better. They're cupcakes. They're uniced cupcakes. Yeah, these are the size of my head, and they're fucking delicious. Remodeling is hard, guys. That's not what that means. Okay, so the OD is about 12. Hello. Oh, almost just dropped that spring. That would have been obnoxious. I only have a couple of those. What is the ID of this magwell? 14. Her. That's cutting it pretty close. So. Grumble, grumble. All right, that is 13 millimeter diameter circle. We want the inside of this to be let's go with 9. I think what we're actually looking for is 9.5, but thank you very kindly, Ben. What kind of FPS can the muffin hit? That's hilarious. Depends on how hard you throw it, I guess. Or, hold on, I have a gobzooka around here, if you want. Really sounds like some sort of euphemism, but we're not gonna go there. So the difference between, hold on, I don't remember what these circles are. Okay, so it's 2 millimeters. So we want 5 millimeters plus, I think, 4, so 9, right? So there's our basic donut. Now we get more fancy with our donut, which I'm sure Catherine will have to say something about, but god damn it, Catherine, you're ruining me. She's gonna say something about that too. Actually, maybe Kitten Claws might even say something about that. Yep, there's the PM from Kitten Claws. God damn it. Alright, let's actually make this 10 mil wide. And then we're gonna pull this sketch back and we're gonna extrude an offset plane of 2.5. And then go up 5. Ooh, nailed it. Nope, that's the wrong one. Goddamn, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I pick good music. Let's make that 3. Well, let's make it 3.5. I have an idea. Actually, no. We're gonna 3.2. Okay, so this is the roller that our spring is going to sit on. I don't know if I'm happy with that. I'm not. I'm gonna drop this back down to 9, and we're gonna take this I know it's causing issue. God damn it. You motherfuck. So we're gonna offset this that much. Then this chamfer, actually, we're gonna bring back. That's gonna make it harder to print. Okay, so our spring should sit in here nicely, in this little roller. You guys are ridiculous. You know, this was a great name, and I'm really glad that people are not only just getting the reference, but also quoting. I like that. I am lucky to have fans that are as cool as you guys. You guys are ridiculous. just get done talking about how much I appreciate you and how cool you are, and then you go and be fucking weird. We're gonna make this 16.5. And then, yeah, 16.5 by 10. Huh. What the hell? Do you see that nonsense? Come on. That's some bullshit right there. I'm glad I double-checked that. I literally typed in that number, and it corrected it to 15.00000001. What an asshole. It's not the direction I wanted this to go in. Literally, it's literally not the direction I wanted it to go in. Boo hiss. Like, I wish I could do, like, a center point rectangle. Oh, there it is. Forgot these existed. I need to do that more often. And of course I fucked it up. So I don't want it 16.5, I actually want it 33. No, you fucking butt slut. There we go. I generally try not to use that sort of language, but here we are. Try not to use that sort of language on stream. I use that language all the time. Alright, that's 5. I don't care about this construction line, or this construction line. Look at all of these constraints I don't care about. Like, for real. You see how many constraints there are right here? Like, we got a parallel, a tangent, a parallel. Fuck, I don't even know what that is. What is it? I have no idea what that icon is. Wait. It's in Sketch Palette. Nope, it's fucking not. Oh, okay, that's saying horizontal. Oh, that was a rectangle. That's fine. there could be worse things. Spring pulley? No, it's not a pulley. Bearing? Not a bearing either. Wheel? Yeah. We're gonna call it a spring wheel. Spring wheel follower. God, one of the worst parts, it's like simultaneously the best and the worst part of 3D modeling, is getting to and having to name all your own shit. Like, it's obnoxious. What is the radius here? Actually, I literally could have just clicked on that. Okay, so I'm gonna extrude these. Okay, if we go 9, that's gonna get us to the middle. So that's where it's gonna mount, right? So that's where this wheel is going to mount, so it can free spin. So then we want to go, oh, this is 10 wide, go to 14. Not that it needs to be that wide. Alright. We're going back in and we're editing this sketch. We're gonna make this bar. What's this? 6 millimeters wide. I just eyeballed it. Was eyeballing it a good idea? I say to myself condescendingly. I think it'll be fine. We'll take a look at it once it's done and then just see, but these should fill it 3. Yep. My math's right there. And then this we're gonna I'm not sold on this part. If I'm just being totally honest. I'm really not. I don't know if this is going to be strong enough when it's printed. What do you nerds think? This is 6 millimeters across, and we're gonna be... So this is getting installed in the bottom of this follower here. So this just drops right in, and then gets glued into place if you want to go with this kind of drum spring. I don't know if this is gonna be strong enough, is my big concern here. Yeah, so I'm going to be using a nail, because I figure that's easy to come by. Which half-length blaster do you use? I can only think of 2 half-length blasters, and they're both made by Mr. Heathpants, and I haven't printed either of them. What blaster do I use with half-lengths, if that's your question? Me Longshot, which is now currently broken, but whatever. Mostly I'm actually doing this because I only have katanas as half-length mags, and I think they're stupid. This is a lot of parts to print per magazine. I don't know if that's a problem, but it is a lot of parts to print. Just as a heads up. Yeah, truthfully, I don't really use a lot of mag-fed half-length. I have built stuff like 4Bs before, like air guns, as well as hopper-fed stuff. But I've never done anything magazine-fed. Katanas are overpriced and I can't get them in the Great White North. You can... And I don't know if I would say they're overpriced. I think they're pretty fairly priced for what they are, all things considered. But I also think they're kind of crap, so... How does that look? Does that look right? Is that about 1/2 mil? Yeah. That dart just did a suicide dive off my desk into the garbage can. I like that. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna use Vorpal mags and an MHP Desert Pigeon. It's actually the Desert Pigeon, because it's fat. XPT defeats the point of the caliber. That's not true. An XBZ is a much longer range blaster. It's 0.5 millimeters. That should be correct. I think that's correct. Wow, I am just making a mess of this model, but at this point, I don't really care that much. Not that big a deal to me. The desert pigeon. God, I hope Heath Pants is watching. The desert pigeon is like a desert eagle that's just like thick. Or desert pigeon. See, I fucked it up this time. Actually, I think that went surprisingly well, all things considered. I think that's what that number's gonna be. That's just a guess, though. The fuck? What is this garbage? Oh. Yeah, what is that garbage? I don't understand. 0.5. Alright. Let's take off the left plate. Oh! Oh, do you see that bullshit? Could not have planned that. XPCs are awesome. RCB and given an extended trigger. They are beast. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I had an XBZ on my desk for a while. I don't know where it went. Probably just fell off the back of my fucking desk. Okay, I wasn't sold on this design originally, but I think it should be good. What do you nerds think? So the coil spring wraps around here, like the constant force spring wraps around the bottom, and then if we get rid of our Durfnarts here, oh yeah, if we get rid of our Durfnarts, and then this left feed lip, so spring hooks in here and then goes all the way down and wraps around this here. What do you nerds think? Sick. These are going to be printed in a lot of parts. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Like there are a lot of parts that make up this magazine that you have to print off separately and install. Yes, it should. And the darts have a decent amount of wiggle room anyway, so I'm not super worried about it. Where did Durfnart come from? My best friend in high school, used to spoonerize everything, so that's where you intentionally jumble up letters for comedic effect. And so the easiest way to do it is to just swap the first 2 letters of something. It's like an old, like, medieval jester thing. Like, it's fucking old. Like, I think it's actually named after a medieval jester. I don't know. I think this is alright. I'm gonna have to fix the follower so it's a little looser. Go in and undo everything we just did. It's fine, not permanently. Let's vanish those Durfnarts. Okay, so from that sketch there out to here, I believe. So we can create a group, and that not only sorts things a little nicer, but we can also suppress these features. And then it goes back to being a spring mag. Like a normal spring mag. And if we unsuppress those features, they all come back. Alright, so now let's actually go in and suppress those features so that we can figure out where the creation of the follower came from. Where? Oh, I actually named it. Sick. There we go. What the fuck is it? Why? Why would you do that? probably gonna mean I'm gonna have to go back and fix a bunch of shit. Yep, called it. So let's roll here. Nope, okay, not gonna sneeze, apparently. Alright. I'm almost guaranteed that's what it was supposed to be. I had to do this earlier, so I know that it's going to make me go through and reselect everything after I've modified this thing. Like that, it made me reselect it even though it literally just worked. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, it didn't work, and then I just clicked on it in order to correct it, and then it fixed itself. Like, fucking fuck off. Like, that's fine. Alright. So, missing bodies. It wants... Yeah, okay. There we go. And then it's gonna tell me to... that it's... Like, come on. What's that nonsense about, Fusion? You're better than this. So there's a rival Caliburn, which fires, rival balls at, like, I think it's, like, 170 feet per second or something completely ridiculous. But the thing is, it doesn't actually matter, because you get about the same range out of 100 feet per second. Because rival is designed in such a way that it will slow down and just stop. Like, it's an exponential deceleration, and it doesn't really matter how high you start. Once you get over, like, 90 or 100 feet per second, it's gonna stop at the exact same location. Whereas darts are gonna keep going for fucking ever. I think that's the other half of the mag done. I 100% lied to you. It was not, in fact, the other half of the mag being done. I did, however, take my... Gosh, I need a nap. Ow. Sat on a shard of plastic. Stab me in the bum. I know Catherine's gonna say something about that. Alrighty, so let's save that follower as a new STL. Wow, I could really use a nap right now. Alrighty. Wow, my desktop is a mess. So let's rotate this minus 90 on X, center and arrange, prepare to print, and then replace that. Should be good. So that's the follower. So then let's go in and we're gonna update the feed lip. So we're gonna unsuppress these features right here. So okie doke. So we're gonna need one of those. One of those. I think I am gonna put polycarbonate in this one. And then the front plate, we want to save this as $18 round front plate. We've already got the 18 round sides exported. So then do we just do the spring wheel and the spring wheel follower too? So let's just do that, because why not? And then this bottom plate here, I think I actually want to make it 3 millimeters thick. Oh, that was not a good noise. I'm gonna go check on that. The noise that I thought was my 3D printer making a large bang was actually my neighbor moving or closing the washer, which is a little funny. Okay, so this extends that there, and then this... Okay, so I want to make this -3. I want it 3 mil thick. Cool. Actually, I don't want that. And then we're gonna save this as an STL as well. Okay, so let's go in here. We're gonna get rid of that follower and then drop in the 18 around front plate. I will need to rotate 90 degrees along the Y. That's X. Alright, well that looks good to me. So we're gonna generate that G code and then save that onto there. I'm tired. And I think that I've just finished all I can do until I wait for this print to finish, which is gonna be realistically a couple hours. So I will either be streaming significantly later tonight or tomorrow. This has been me streaming the building of a Vorpal mag and a bit. We have a working version. It works. Like, just straight up. And this is not lubricated either. I think I would really like to send one of these to Jangular for testing. Not certain on that yet. Not certain if I can, rather. But I would like to. Yeah, it just like barely holds that in place, but it does, so that's all that matters. I would really like to. I think that he would put it through its paces, and figure out exactly what the fuck is wrong with it, because if I tried to say there was nothing wrong with it, I'd be lying to you and to myself, so... Yeah, I think he would. I should be getting a katana adapter, and I want to double check that it fits properly in there. Can we make half-length mags from standard elite mags? I think so. I actually have been talking to Captain Xavier, and he will be printing one off shortly. He already has the files, so... This is cool. I'm really happy with this. I'm also really happy that, I don't know, I want to make my own blasters. I really liked making the Fabric Cannon, and I want to do more. And so the idea of not having to rely on Hasbro for the stuff that I make, not having to worry about what's in stock and what's, you know, not having to worry about when I'm designing something, going in and having to, like, figure out each individual measurement and be like, what the fuck, Hasbro? This is, like, you know, 14.678 millimeters. What the fuck were you thinking? Like, being able to not have to rely on other companies in order to do the stuff I want to do is really important to me, so... Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think I am going to take a break and relax while the stuff prints. Because I'm tired. I might even have a nap. So thank you all for watching. This has been Vorpal Mags, Part 3. It's a project that I want to support ongoing. I have ideas for different kinds of mags, as opposed to just straight, you know. I was looking into angled mags that would work really nicely with, like, through the grip, like so. Don't get any ideas, I'm just mocking this up with parts I had laying around, but... you know, something like that. The desert pigeon does it, but he's got it at an angle, and I figure if I can make it actually like feed flat, then that would make designing stuff easier. But I've been talking to Heath about that because it's something that I would more or less be doing with him. So yeah, we'll be having more streams while I design stuff, and I have to make YouTube videos at some point. Nap time. Get out of my house.